3 p.m.
Samson
And Judy's Bake and Bob.
Oh, I hate this one. I remember this. I hate this one. Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Everything sing, smile is true. All that sweet is waiting for you. Look there, look where? Over there. The oven's got something special in there. Now let's see what we've got for you. It's cooking time, are you ready to make something special? Samson and Judy's Bake and Bop. I'm playing as Gregory, right? Wow, talk about a blast from the past. Hey Gregory, I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. Finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on. Seemed like a perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star science and stuff. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy. Just kidding. You know about the IS-7 incident? Yeah, your old man's last case. Of course. Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me all the files as soon as I became prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite, see? I was also present at the trials all those years ago. All of my memories are somewhat hazy. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing. Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something. That something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined up with popsicles. But things were so innocent behind those prison doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. This is back before yours was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. "18 years ago. How old was I? 10? Don't know. Who am I playing as? Mr. E? This one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. You were called in before the ink on the arrest papers were even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? In the dark of night, at the end of the day, I saw two timely saviors a-comin' my way. Welcome, my friends, to the visitors' room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Whoa, talk about an entrance. Look at the guard. Even the guard is doing that thing. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm so happy to see you both. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it. I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law at your service. look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do everything I can to help. Come on now, Edward. Calm down, please. You have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me part-time, but he's far from a fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions, so the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tangaroa. What? It's really you? Samson Tangaroa, the world's greatest confectioner? You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow, thanks, Samson. I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. It seems that he knows something about our client. Mr. E, it's the Samson Tangaroa. The singing, dancing, confectionery making sensation. What shall we make today, kids? Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile as true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, look where? Over here. The oven's got something special to share. Bing. Now, let's see what we've got for you. Wait, let me try to sing that. Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile as true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there. What? Where? Over there. I don't know. Does it match? No way. I got to sing with Samson Tangaroa. This is a dream come true. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course, I'm sure you're very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? Alright, let's just get right into it. So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer? I sure am. But when I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making desserts. Huh. I wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that'll bring real joy to others. Yeah, you're not just things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations, the stuff that dreams are made of. So he aims to create joyous, inspirational pieces, does he? I understand the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside of my creations. Inside of your... No way. The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and now here I am. But I can never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistakes. I sure hope so. And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's just one thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I can never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm gonna take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. See ya. December 24th, 6 p.m. Contest venue, fountain room. It's pretty cold out there, huh? Never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. Snow? What did you say, snow? What do you mean snow? Just look at this lady. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, welcome everyone. Come on in, and we'll have some fun. She's still singing. What was it, Samson and someone else? Jeffrey? Are you alright? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? It would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. Sup, Judy? I'm a housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're no housekeeper, you're Judy Bound. You, Judy Bound. You know something of my work? A little. I watched you on TV, the Big and Bob biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Big and Bob be? It's the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, the fuck they don't. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. They like shit like Dragon Ball and One Piece. This was 10 years ago, right? Like this. Check it out. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel dough, fluffy, chocolate, tiramisu. Everyone, come along. Baking treats with a smile and a song. There, oh, where, who, there is true. They always got something special for you. Nice. What a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo. I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. Nah. No. He doesn't like that shit. He likes the samurai shit. Samurai ninja, robot samurai. What was it? Something samurai, right? Aluminum samurai? But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Clatter, clatter. This is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. The citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer is cold. Yes, so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique, too. The design is really something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They're designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. These teacups are my greatest treasure. Certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about or something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock, because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim. Is it true that the body was recovered from the inside of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big collapsing from Samson's room. Samson? Are you in here? I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender. He's no murderer. He would never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. I'll go serve others their tea then. Come on, lady, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. Ayo, Detective Bad? No way, everything are made of chocolate. Can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations up so close and personal. I might be more excited myself if the room was a murder scene. But I just heard you say that sends a shiver down my spine. That might just be the temperature in here is rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it's pretty chill. Ah, achoo. Did you just fucking sneeze in here? Defense and the sneezer. Sorry, that was fast. Hello, Detective Bad. Pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangarola. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. Detective in charge is named Bad. A man of few words. And he just ate it? Something about this just doesn't taste right. This is fucking paper. You're eating your own notepaper. He likes to chew over his thoughts rather regularly, I'm afraid. It helps him digest and remember. A little quirk of his. Please try to report it. Although it'll be the first to admit is easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in the investigation of the crime? Sorry, not gonna happen. Quiet. How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Cinderella's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. If you put words in the client's mouth. You think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt in the investigation crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works. Yeah, whatever. Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he's innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent, and you didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering. Yeah, I like to see the crime for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourself out. Thank you, Detective. I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time. I must admit, I didn't see that one coming either. Better get started then. I need you to take notes, Eddie. And don't eat them. Let's get over it. It's over with. Hello. Oh. Sorry, meditating. Do you want something, Detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth, nice to meet you. I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a confectioner. Confectioner. Here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? Marshmallow? The art of air and sugar. No way, look at that. It's a little baby seahorse. It's a dragon. Noble soaring creature. Yeah, that's not a fucking dragon. That's a dragon. It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Zenfa when all this is over. I need to train hard. He looks like he's from Zenfa, right? Chinese. Perhaps we should get off this object of his science for now. So what are you doing over there, Mr. Gusto? Didn't think you were allowing civilians in there missing yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense, seeing as he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. Alright. Carmelo Gusto. Chicken. Sugar blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar. They're so cool. It's like watching a sword master do his thing. I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why I wear red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. The way of a confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning. Not until you die. The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one too. If he's injuring himself on a daily basis. What can you tell us about the contest, based on what we've seen so far? Flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. The contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art. Confectionery as art. Confectionery as art. Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate. Tangaroa is a genius. Once in a generation talent. Flavor and flair. He has it all. And if you can't do the god of confection himself, you can't win. I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah? As it should be. Whoever meets them becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for a title, effectively. And a treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's the list of the rules I was giving out to the contestants. Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after judging was over. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right before then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. Gusto's room... Tangaroa's room... My creations were the first to be judged. Scone's room. After that, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless, brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream. Some kind of dreamscape. Frost's room. Then, last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculptures this time, or so I heard. Bound found a body while Tangaroa is still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangaroa went right on judging, claims he didn't know a thing about it until afterwards. He went ahead and looked over the front of the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Guston talking about earlier? I was gonna ask him about the piece in the wall. That one in the frame. Angel? Was off. Angel? Angel's cookbook. Angel beset by thorns. I thought I'd ask somebody who knows about this stuff. Then you bozo showed up and pulled me away from the very important work. Perhaps we can take a closer look at it together. Can't take that's tricks now. Would you mind helping us out? Of course, confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. That's very kind of you. What? Which frame is missing from shop?
Take that!
Here. The closely, Eddie. Don't you feel that something is lacking here? Sorry. Maybe it's just an artistic flourish.
Take that!
Talking about something missing from the frame? That's right, and you don't need to know anything about the art to see what it is. I better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing the chocolate. Oh.
Take that!
I mean, there's a bunch of missing stuff. It's different from the other side. That's not like Tangaroa. The balance is all wrong. That's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit. You're right. The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them? That's a very good question. Or did Tangaroa just wanted to look like somebody messed with his work? He'd never do something like that to his own creations. Never. Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. I mean, there's a candle missing? Hello? There's also a fingerprint. Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know who's yet. We still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID, finger marks without fingerprints. They could certainly be important to the case. It's a real head scratcher, alright? Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves. Where's your sense of romance for the adventure? There doesn't tend to be much crime either. Chew. Keep sneezing, bro. Wear a mask. Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. If you're gonna sneeze, wear a mask. You said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. I did, didn't I? Why did I have the heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look beyond that panel on the wall. What panel? 59 degrees. There's one in the contest. Tangaroa hit them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of the works. And what do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to 22 degrees negative Fahrenheit. Cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. Negative 32 is freezing, right? So it shouldn't have melted. Each room is a giant freezer. No. A giant refrigerator. Negative 22, right? Yeah, that's not enough to freeze anything. It's 59 in here. No wonder it's not that cool, bro. Hey, Detective Bad. You mind if we turn it up? Don't turn it up. Do not touch it. No. Preservation of a crime scene is the foundation of the work. But I'm not a detective. Don't turn it up. It's gonna melt the chocolate. Same goes for attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept around 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperature's by heart, huh? Guess it's your job. It's the very least I should know. Any more confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Alright. What about lollipops and cream? It's not too hot or too humid. A lollipop should be just fine about anywhere. Creams need to be kept around 50 degrees. You need to watch out for heat and humidity. Duly noted. Detective Bad kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops. I suppose he must be very fond of them. I don't believe there's anything more to be found here. Alright, we're out. What is this? Gloves. Taking notes? Now, the scene of the crime. The body. This is where the body was discovered. Yeah, they got away already, but everything else is just how we found it. Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. Looks like there's kind of a seal with somebody's initials and intricate shape carved into it. What is that? HQ? HQ, right? For making those fancy wax things and documents. No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway. No, PH, right? It's PH because it's a stamp, so it reverses. It flips when you stamp it. It's really rather impressive making the entire ship out of chocolate. Which part to bite first? That's the real head scratcher. Bite any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast you're thinking, that looks like cotton candy, doesn't it? The wave? Man, I can't have this part? Hey, it was a joke. Stop staring at me. I do sometimes wish I could keep his cool a little better. Yes. Cotton candy. What about it? Voyage of Red Rover. Something fell off. We done here? Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Get a picture here someplace you can see for yourself. Can we get an autopsy? Death was from a blunt force trauma. Can we get an autopsy? Confirm what about weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. Detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Would you mind if we borrowed this? No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Bound to get with an instant camera when you found the body. Instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means that it develops the pictures right there when you have to take them. Sounds pretty convenient. Now then, I'd better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the crime. I'll need to call on my power of deduction to figure out why. Police have custody of the body. Alright, deduction. Rules for a contest. Judging will proceed clockwise from the left room. Contestants to enter in Mr. Takaroa's room when judging ends. No confectionery items. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Stands and display materials will be provided. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed. Hey, good to see this thing back. Victim's body is found in a room. Cause of death appears to have been blood loss from blunt force trauma. Can we get an actual autopsy? Seal. That was near the body. Alright, you said there is something contradicting. I must scour every scene of the crime. He said blood loss. Blood loss? Where's the blood?
Eureka!
Bro. Where's the blood? Alright. Maybe I need to look around more? What is this? Oh no. I don't believe there's any more to be found. There's more? Gotta find it. Dun, dun, dun. What? How's there more? I don't think there is anything more. Yeah, but like, what am I missing here? Angel Beats by Thornbirds. Alright, is that it? That's gotta be it, right? Can I get the check mark? Yes. Something sounds breaking, damaged creations, broken stand. What was the sound? Bound heard. Ship collapsed, damaged creations have been tampered with, and several victims struck and killed with some kind of like ship collapsed because one of the stands broke. Some sound on something broken. Breaking stand. It's gotta be it, right? The ship broke. Thank you. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it, and the loud sound it made brought Miss Bound running. Yeah. Said the ship had already kneeled by the time she got here, but why did it collapse? What caused it to break? Maybe something melted. Damage creation. Why did it break? Maybe they melted. All of Mr. Tangaroa's creations are missing a little piece of each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? Certainly possible. Either way, I think we can safely say that the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. What could this signify? pH. Is there a pH? Delicious scone. Do we get any new evidence? Oh, fridge? Refrigerator? Welcome to question on that. Expect Sally? Nothing of interest in the fridge either. I don't know, maybe we do have enough evidence. I must scan. Samson, are you in here? Ah. She heard something breaking. If only we had a little more information. a log anyways, so I'll take that. PH. That can't be it. It's gotta be this, right? What could the design signify? Is this all the evidence? This is it. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, let me ask you again. Do you notice anything? You're doing this all wrong. An investigation is like a popsicle. Give up energy and look at talk to witness, everything good. All that's left is the stick. I suppose I'd better hope it doesn't say guilty. Not sure. Gloves. It's here somewhere. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Doesn't the chocolate look a little melted? It's really impressive. Can we open it? Can we open it somehow? Oh, wait a minute. Hey, there it is. The boots. Yes, sir.
Eureka!
Eureka! What? What the fuck? What the fuck? It says PH. Is that like not enough of a contradiction? What the fuck? It says PH. Look at this. PH, right? And then the button we found. PH. What did this design signify? Tangaroas. Man. Samsung. Julie. Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. Only if we had a little more information. Logic? Not enough. Police have in custody. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss following blunt force trauma. Where's the blanket? I don't know, man. Voyage of the Red Rover. Where's the red? Like, is that not a contradiction? Look at the picture from here. There's red, right? Where's the blood? Where's the fucking blood here? There's blood. She was bleeding from the head, and all that blood is gone. Is that not a contradiction? Could this be related to this evidence somehow? Yes! Literally anything! Some of the finger marks, but didn't leave any prints. Finger marks. Do we have any other finger marks? The seal goes at the bottom of the teapot. Notes about the crime scene. Police have taken custody. Wait, there's more. Okay. Is that not it? Like the blood. The blood disappeared. Where's the blood? Like, is that not a contradiction?
Eureka!
You said the only thing. Yes, I said that. You said the only thing that's been removed from the. I presented this. What the fuck? That piece of cloth was wrapped in it. Something here doesn't quite add up. Doesn't. Take a look at the scene defined as detective. Conspiracy pool of blood that should be clearly missing. That's what I'm saying. I presented this before, and you saw that. Like, let me check with the forensics. What is it, Mr. E? You figure it out. Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. You don't need to. You can just look at it. You don't need to have someone do it for you. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath. Maybe it melted, and yet that part of the chest is now gone. The part with blood on it, exactly. So did the police remove it, or perhaps the killer? Or did the pool turn brown, red? It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene. Could be. Dun, 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 dun. That's so bullshit. I think we're about done for now. If I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. There's no two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who had access to that key? What do you think? Tangaroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. With the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. He wasn't locked, was it? Nope. Which is exactly what makes him suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock the room. And why he smashed in the lid of the church as the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room, then the judging finished up. So he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. One thing he didn't plan on was Bound finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, attorney? Do you also believe it was Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yep. I know you have to believe your client, that's your job, but I'm a detective, and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Do your worst. Just as the detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. I'm not about to just accept the version of events. In fact, I'm gonna show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction he claims.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it.
You're saying Mr. Tangaroa himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open? Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it. Alright. If the door had been locked when the body was found, it would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock the room, and why he smashed the lid of the treasure chest and the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in a room and just finished up and the murder happened while he wasn't there. He smashed the lid of the treasure chest and the body was on full display. Blood loss following a blood flush trauma. Part of the chest was covered. Blood is missing. Every item is also missing a piece. So the victim's body was found in Samson Tangaroa's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The lid was closed until the ship collapsed. I guess that the ship until the ship.
Objection.
Objection. It was established that the body was hidden inside the chest, and that Miss Brown only came running into his room when she heard a sound. Seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate book collapsing. Sure, seems likely based on the evidence. And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid on the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And if that had occurred only moments before Mr. Brown has entered the room, then it could have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at the time. I never said he did it. Then and there, he could have done something to the stand so it collapsed when he was in the middle of the treasure. Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So we didn't have anything conclusive. Have we found any prints in the room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa? Yep, on the door. There we go. But we found Tangaroa's frost prints on there too. We were all brought here for a briefing right here when we started work on our pieces. Those prints are probably from then. I take it you haven't checked on any of Mr. Tangaroa's works for prints yet? Why would? We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible he left some prints behind when they did so. Fine, but if you don't find anything, your guy's still on top of the list. Got it? You check all the chocolate print stuff for prints. Yes, sir, right away. Somebody ate them. Detective Bad, we finished dusting the chocolate. Dusting? What do you mean dusting chocolate? We found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir. Go on. Whose? Delicious Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Scone. Delicious Scone. Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before. Yes, sir. Seems like we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa. Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll speak to Miss Cone and see what she has to say for herself. I still mentioned her before too. He said that she was ruthless, that she'd do anything to win. Miss Cone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh? Yes, I think we'd better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompany you? Babysitting you is not my job. Come on. But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful foods already, so if you want to tag along, be my guest. Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. Detective Bad, sir? I don't think such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there. Oh, they're fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Who's the lead prosecutor? Von Karma? Yeah, it's Von Karma, right? Who is him? It's Von Karma. He says so, right? Manfred Von Karma. They gave it to Von Karma. He hasn't lost a case in 25 years. Manfred Von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict, but I can't let that distract me. For now, I only need to continue to do what I believe is right. That's part one. On to part two. Whoa, Candy Castle. Is that Scone? Is that Miss Scone? Room's laid out, pretty much the same as Tangaroa's. It's not as cold though, that's something. Let's see, yeah. Looks like there's temperature control panel in here too. Over there where that orange light is, right? Better take a closer look. Looks like a fairy tale storybook here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicious Scone. Where is Miss Scone? That's her right there. You don't see her? Is the candy castle blocking the way? Lovely boy at 34. Unexpected to say to me. How old is she? She called me a little boy. Okay. I'm 34 apparently. Lovely boys. Really? Even Mr. E? Yes, dear. You, detective over there. You're all lovely boys to me. Thanks, bro. I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. Name's Bad. I wonder just how old she is. Finish this up so we can get out. How old is she? Alright. Objection. What the fuck? Is that Von Karma? It's gotta be. Yep, castle. You were inside the candy castle. Some scary guy just stepped out of the castle. Von Karma. What? He's Manfred Von Karma? Oh, sorry, Melinkus. The notorious prosecutor Von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. Couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again. What a thoroughly rude individual. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. You're even scarier than they say. And you might want to keep such a rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Karma. And why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy? Clearly isn't going to be easy. Logic chess? So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. Why decide to change of heart? You, tall fellow. Name is Bad. Don't you know each other? Isn't he your detective? Is that so hard to remember? I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bad. See to it that these worms don't step out of line. Why do I have to? I'm not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over rest of those rooms. Good day. Great, more casing. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them. Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. Indeed, I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that much. Hold up. I haven't been over this room yet either. Okay, at this time, was he a Yatagarasu yet? I'm not sure. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You have to wait till I'm done. Alright, you go ahead, bro. How come you didn't take a look in this room yet? Because I was the first one to assign. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did. That answers my questions as to why they're working separately, I suppose. Let's say we look over the room together. It worked out, well, enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. What kind of screwball authority asked to have a detective breathing down his neck? Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer. Yes, you're amazing, Mr. E. We have our things, Detective Bad. Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Shall we begin? Let's go. Alright, Candy Castle. Cream's going all runny. Runny cream. The whipped cream is melting and will lose shape at the slightest touch. It's all over the detective's shoes. You're stepping on it! Right. You're stepping on it with your fucking shoes. What is this? The pillars have hexagonal indentations. Looks like something's supposed to go in here. But if they weren't, they're long gone. I wonder. Oh, wait a minute. It's right there. Hexagonal stuff. Rock crystals. Anything else? What is this? There's a bunch of blue cloth back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls together. Certainly not candy. And are we done? We are done. I don't believe there's anything more to be found. Alright. There's a blowtorch and some chemicals. Hey, you find anything? I'll open it. What you got in there? 68. That's too high. Everything's gonna melt. This is odd. Flowers. 4 adorable elves and sweet little chests made of sweets. Ladder. What's the matter? What? Ladder, step ladders are worded. Sup? What's the matter, Mrs. Cohen? Is it Mr. Von Karma? Yes, nothing happened at all. He said, hey, hey, oh, hello, yes, you silly boy. Eddie Lumpkin. Oh, you'll go far, dearie, I can tell. Eddie Lumpkin? Seems like our English gentleman has taken a liking to you. Could you tell us a little about what you did over the course of the contest? Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started out about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And, well, I spent most of the day here in the room, getting everything ready as you'd expect. Oh, and there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so, around 1, I think? Afternoon tea. It's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make a small talk. Kind of like recess. I suppose you could say that. Oh, you really know your onions, don't you, Greggy Pegleg? Such a clever boy. When did I become Greggy? How old is this mofo? You're speaking to me like you're older than us. Out in the garden, of course, there's a lovely little one's... Huh? Where's what? Afternoon tea? That's where you take a break? They do it at the same hour every break. During the contest, lay on a nice little spread, you know. But today, only me, Samson, Silly Pants, and Moody were there for it. Moody Judy. Somebody didn't come. Sammy Poople had people... Who the fuck is Sammy Poople? Alright. Me, Samson, Silly Pants, and Moody Judy. Sammy Poople. Who's Sammy? Poor old Chili Wings and Gusty Pants had to miss out because they hadn't... Who's Chili Wings? It's Judy Frost, the murder victim. That's Gusty. You're saying everyone except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto were present? That's right, there. To tell you the truth, I hadn't finished yet either. I wasn't about to miss out on the tea and cake served by our two TV that's why I went back to work. When I finished out, tootled off while the others were still nattering away. At any point during the contest, did you visit any other competitors' room? No, dear, don't be silly. Strange, because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Caught red-handed. Wait, so you admit you were there? Well, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anyone. I swear. I suppose I tell you what really happened. Just promise you believe me, won't you, dear? What'd you do? I suppose you call it research. Research? Sammy Poop. Who the fuck is Sammy? Sammy Poop is a dab hand when it comes to old sweet making. Everybody knows that. So when I noticed there were no one in there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research, did I say? What kind of research? Leaves fingerprints. Yes, that. Well, it stands to reason I believe I'd leave fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it? So you ate it. So you ate a little piece of them? So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Kangaroo's room, that was all you? I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess. I just had a little bite here and there, didn't I? That was you. I didn't want poor Sammy Pooper getting upset, so it was just the teeniest bits and pieces. In the stand holding up the ship, you take a bite out of that too, I suppose? Oh, yes, dear. Of course I did. You ate the stand. It was you. You brought the whole thing crashing down. Sorry, my lovely, truly, I am... Hold on. Is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were heading off for a second helping of sweets. Look, just please believe me. I never killed anybody, I promise. Her actions were certainly suspicious, but that's about all we can say for now. Alright. A lot of clues. Rock stand, hexagonal motion. There we go. The rock stands. The rock crystals and the pillars in front of the castle feature the same shape. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Hexagon to hexagon. Makes perfect sense. If that's the case, why are they being hidden inside the castle? The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Scone and Miss Scone. What were we using the items inside the castle for? Oh, those. Sorry, Lambkin, but I'm not allowed to say. Let me guess. I'm Karma. Eek. How did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. You hold my gun. Just say it. It seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense. Man. Thought we were onto something with this giant rock crystals, but... What's that, Derek? You're interested in my little trinkets? Your trinkets? Yes, my sweet. I use them to make people all lovely and relaxed. You use the rock crystals and cloths to do that? I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lice inside them. That's cheating though, right? You can only have confectionery in them? Those claws hold an even more exciting secret. She really opened up the moment we started about her trinkets. Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic? Oh, Batty Pumpkin, can you get it all out and set it up for me? The name is bad. Is that a no? Why are you being so selfish, Batty Pumpkin? Have you finished taking water already? Yes, sir. We have, sir. Then help Miss Scone here with something, will you? Sir, right away. Wait, I just missed it. I just missed some. Fun's only beginning. Relaxing, exactly. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, whoa. Huh. Wow, it's beautiful. It is. I wish my son were here to see it. Is it though? Isn't it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves in the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely when it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen? One of the elves must be feeling a little left out. This is how I'm supposed to look for the contest. And I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least. Shouldn't the lamps be up there too? Oh, what's happened there, I wonder? I think we better look at the lamps and see some more. The lamps. The rocks are glowing. Whoa, whoa, I must start this. Whoa, man, whoa. What is this? No, what the fuck is that? You see the rock? You see this rock here? Oops, I smashed both of them. Maybe they fell into it. No, look at that. Yep, that's blood, alright. I can smell it. What? Blood? Why is there blood in this lamp? So, Miss Bone has actually intended to use the lamps on her display. Then why were they stashed inside the castle? Maybe because they're broken? Except there's plenty of other places you could have put them. The best place to hide some salt is some sugar. Isn't that how it goes? Perhaps the best place to hide a tree is in this forest. Anyway, if her intention was to put these salt lamps in her final display, that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I'll need to point it out by making a deduction. If her intention was to put out these salt lamps in her final display, that contradicts the best place to hide a tree. That contradicts a certain. Is it the fact that you're not allowed to have non-edibles? Contest rules, right? Judging will proceed. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Stands and display materials will be provided. Contest will not enter until... Okay, there it is. Non-confectionery. The deuce. The deuce. The deuce. Eureka! The deuce. Take a look at those rules. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. That means salt lamps and luminous claws would have been against the rules. Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we need to dig a little further into this before we can say for sure. Is that everything? I don't believe there's anything more to be found. And then they said the elves was also on. Where's your cloth? The elf doesn't have an illuminating cloth over like the others. It's not fair to leave the poor guy out. I didn't want to, did I? But one of my cloths and the little machines went missing. One of the clothes and one of my little machines went missing. The cloth and what sort of machine exactly? You'll guess how it all works. The luminous cloth are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called full spectrum light emitting devices. Wait. With a little bit of fiddling, you can change the light to any color in the whole wide world. Bright red, like a ferocious fury flames. Cold blue, like clinking crystalline ice. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all. Forgive me. So these machines, they're what makes the special luminous light cloth light up in these beautiful colors, Mr. E. So much new technology. It's not new technology. So these light emitting devices, you lost one of them in a piece of luminous cloth. That's right, Lambkin. Heaven only knows where they could have gone. This cloth. It could have something to do with the case. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Is that it? I think that's it, bro. This one has it. Cute little elf made of candy and is sitting on the lamp. There's the machine right there. What do you mean you lost it? Alright. You said I should show her something? No. Bloody lamp. Oh, there it is. Must have been the rock. She was hit with the rock. Could the lamp not be a murder weapon? You, science guy, did you finish analyzing the Buzzley lamp yet? Yes, sir. Just got it done a minute ago. The Blizz the victims, no doubt about it. There you have it. Yes, sir. So the murder weapon was hiding inside Miss Scone's room, so I'm beginning to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects. The cream melting confectionaries you visited, high temperatures, Scone's rule breaking. It melted. Temperature's too high. My messed up shoes can vouch for that. And yet, when you opened the doors to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy, that's not the way I would describe most of the things made. I think we'd make another look at these handles, don't you think? Let's take a look. What the? I think it's safe to say those handles are made out of candy. You cheater! She's a cheater. The whole castle, the little elves, they're all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top. What? So none of this is confectionery art after all. No, it's simply made to look like candy with cream having been added to lend it air of authenticity. She's a cheater. Fake confections, Scone's rule breaking. Visited Netflix's room in the name of research that were made from confectionery. Do these two have something to do with each other? Scone's rule breaking thing. I mean, obviously, yeah. but like maybe they're used for something else. Okay. She's a cheater. Not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't make any real sweets. So Miss Scone made a mockery of the rules. She broke every rule in the book. She's not allowed to get the crown world's greatest now. And why is it so warm in here? Do you think it's got something to do with all this? Fake confections added to record. Good question. I think we'd better ask Miss Scone herself. Miss Scone? You're under arrest for cheating. Temperature of the room. Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees? Because I hit the goal, don't I, dearie? And besides, being chilly is no good for a girl. If I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I gotta be careful of these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know? How old is she, though? That's what I can know. It's not polite. I want to know. If she's under 30, we beat her up, alright? Most of her work is made of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to deflate. Is that so, dear? Well, silly me. I've only gone and made a whoopsie. Wait, she really didn't know? The world confectioner might add my ass. Not only did she break the rules by using fake candy, she's ignorant of basic facts about her supposed craft. This grows more mysterious by the minute. What other rules did you break? Alright, so she didn't know any rules. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created, and she says that she snuck into her entrance room for research purposes. Hardly the action of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Yeah, not how I'd picture a top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence, or is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it that she went into that room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit murder? There's no way of saying so for certain just yet, but she is hiding something, that much I'm certain of. Let me ask her. What's she up to? That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, I've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found a murder weapon when he searched this room, and yet he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think a first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bad, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. Him and Scone. How could you, Batty Pumpkin? Stop staring at me like that. It appears Detective Bad is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us? Of course, dear. Where are we off to? To find Mr. Von Karma. Hey you, what you up to? Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's alright. Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found a murder weapon? We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangaroa should no longer be the only person of interest. Nonsense. It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tangaroa is guilty, and as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain. How can you be sure of Mr. Tangaroa's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume, for why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room? Of course I do, and I'll be delighted to share it with you. If we know anything about this dude, he implanted something there. Tangaroa killed Frost with one of the Stone's salt lamps in order to frame her for murder. Is it him or her? To frame her. Oh, Miss Stone. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. The body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon? considerably less so. And that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. So is your assertion that Mr. Tangaroa took the salt lamp back to Ms. Scone's room? It is indeed, but it is more than an assertion. It is a fact based on my own investigation. You mean you have proof that he did so? I don't need any such thing. If you have a review, I'd be happy to hear it. I highly doubt that you'll be able to fault my logic. The murder weapon. Tangaroa killed Frost with one of Scone's salt in order to frame her. Oh, let's just press everything.
Hold it.
Hold it. Objection. Damn, bro, his voice is deep. Ikiari.
Hold it.
Can we use Japanese voices? Hold on. Can we use Japanese voices? These voices are ass. How do you get Japanese voices? I'm leaning towards Japanese voices, but I'm worried it's gonna be that. I quite like the game's dub and Dual Destiny's positive. How do you? How do you switch? I don't like this voice. Gameplay, text skip, wait time, upload, voice. Reader. Automatic speed, back to title. No. Even a dog can hold still and stay. Now let's finish it. Oh yeah, I can say the same to you. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon? Considerably less so. And that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect.
Objection.
Mm-hmm.
Objection. That contradicts his claims. I have to think back over at the scene of crime. If Mr. Tangaroa really is guilty, then there is something that points something else pressing. The scenes I will have an effect. The only hope is to find a piece of evidence that contradicts his claims. In order to frame her for the murder, to complete the deception, he'd take it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, a body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon considerably less so. And that is why there's no piece of evidence in the scene that points to a particular suspect. Do I press him on this? Objection.
Okay, the cloth. It's true that the murder weapon and the blood-stained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime, but something else remained that does point to one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph. The cloth covering the victim's lower half, that is not one of the same luminous cloths we found in Mr. Scone's room. What's that theory? One of my lovely colorful cloth. At the scene of the crime, you say? Luminous cloth. Nonsense. I see no light to speak of. I guess he doesn't know how it works. It looks like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attached with these light-emitting devices, the difference soon becomes apparent.
Did you do your fucking research? Look at his face. I don't think he was expecting that. But the fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. We have to show why it's important. One of the rolls went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say a screen made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belong to Miss Scone. And seeing as the body was wrapped in said cloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious. Mr. Von Karma, I think it's time to accept that the number of factors point to Miss Scone as a person of interest. Sorry, bro. Bloody plague. How could you? You're accusing me of all people? I'm not accusing you of anything just yet. I do think you're hiding something. It's not... Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder? Exactly. Is something funny? Only that you've walked so carelessly into my trap. Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were in fact in her room. So sorry to have to break it to you. Tangaroa spotted them when the contest began and noted that the lamps and cloths contravened the rules, so he does know about it. He subsequently confiscated them and took them to his own room for safekeeping. Then, after the contest began, nobody saw hide nor hair of Frost as he had secluded himself in his room. And the only person capable of entering the room was Taganoa because he possessed the key. And as you know, he was also in possession of the lamp used to commit the murder. I have everything I need to get Tangaroa convicted all. Well, how does it feel? You have lost to me before even setting foot in the courtroom. This can't be happening. What do you mean? Just logic your way. All our hard work. Just keep searching, man. Why is he so emotional about this shit? Get this song out of here. What is the soundtrack? Get this shit out of here. Hershey, Von Karma. You led us to the murder weapon knowing we'd make a certain assumption as a result. One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are two, and only two sets of fingerprints on the murder weapon. Two. Yes. Those of Delicia Scone and Samson Tangaroa. No others were found. Tangaroa used the lamp he had confiscated to murder Frost, and was foolish enough to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints. At this rate, no one will even need to testify. The perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure his guilty verdict. Objection! But wait, what about the luminous cloth that was left behind in Mr. Tangaroa's room? What about it? He probably meant to return it after disposing of the body. I don't have enough to prove any of what he's saying. No more pitiful objections? Then get out of my sight and close the doors behind you. Escort them off my premise. It's not over yet. What is the meaning of this? Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half solved. There's still at least one thing we haven't identified. He's right, we still have evidence of somebody's activities to account for. We can discuss your lingering doubts, but whatever they might be, there's no reason to defense. I beg to differ. There's pieces of evidence I'm still not satisfied about, and I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad. What? This is the yet unidentified something that was left in Tangaroa's room. Left in Tangaroa's room? Alright, can I see the map? What's the map like?
Take that!
Alright. This
that.
thing? What the fuck? Left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. What the fuck is this room? What do you mean Tangaroa's room? That was left in Mr. Tangaroa's room? I don't know what the fuck you mean. What do we have in Mr. Tangaroa's room? Where is Mr. Tangaroa's room? Can we at least see the map so I can memorize it? Was found in... Oh, so that's Mr. Tangaroa's room. Unidentified.
Take that.
Fuck.
Take that.
Finger. Supposing they belong to the murderer, it could certainly explain how the footprints didn't show up, didn't end up on the murder weapon. Because I let him look around. How do you know so much about the crime scene? Can we change the voice, please? You let the defense examine the scene bad. Are you out of your mind? I don't remember telling you not to. Insolent worm. You would do well to remember this, detective. That the result of your next salary review is up to me. Oof. Detective Baz in trouble now, too. I'm sure glad you're my boss, Mr. Azure. As long as you remember that the results of your salary review is up to the defense in this case. A mere attorney uncovering such a fact based on a cursory investigation, I'm almost impressed. But it's entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangaroa. After all, he wore gloves while preparing for his creation.
Objection.
But can you prove conclusively that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there's something about Miss Scone that doesn't add up. Why are you being so mean to your poor old pal, Delicia? I owned up to nibbling poor Sally people's sweeties. What more do you want? I don't want to make you a suspect, that much is certain. But you lied to us, and you're still not telling us everything. Stop it. I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at. What kind of professional confectioner doesn't know something as fundamental as that? Sorry, alright? I'm sorry, I'm just a silly, muddle-headed girl. What more do you want me to say? I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think that you were never a confectioner in the first place. Enough. I'll thank you to keep the baseless accusation to yourself. Evidence is everything in this courtroom, in case you've forgotten. If you're going to accuse a witness of perjury, then I demand you present something to back it up. This isn't in the courtroom, is it? What proof do I have that Miss Scone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts? Like everything? Fake confections, salt lamp, luminous cloth, the contest rules. Like, what of these four do I present? The fact that she nibbled at it? What proof do I have that Miss Scone doesn't know the first thing? So confessions were all fake plastic.
Take that.
Take that! Every single one of Miss Scone's creations break the rules of the contest. Objection! The offending items, the cloth and the lamps, were duly confiscated, as we have established, and the witness did not go and bring them back to her room herself.
Objection.
Objection! Those weren't the only rule-breaking items in her room, but the entire fantastical world Miss Scone created, every last bit of it, is all just a collection of plastic models slathered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confectionery in the room. No real title contender would ever stoop so low. Is this true, Dad? Yep. Saw it with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes. Do we finally convince him? With her lies exposed like this, surely he can't continue to deny the facts.
Miss Stone, your actions place you firmly on our list of suspects. No, dear, I'm no killer. Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Very early, and why are you tampering with your rival's work? Alright. Tell us. Who are you? Who hired you? Truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you can believe it. A pharmacist? Can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we'd imagined. So, what's somebody in your line of work doing in a context like this one? I just love eating sweets, if you must know. The Sami people's sweets are the best, or so they say. I had to enter. I didn't mean to end up making it all the way to the final. What? She made it all the way to the final? That's it? That's the only reason you're here? Theory, and it was worth it. Samson Silicon Sweetie are the tastiest treats I've ever eaten. And the finger marks. Were you the one wearing gloves? No, that wasn't me, dear. I don't even wear gloves. Remember, Miss Go's fingerprints were found elsewhere on Mr. Tinker's other creation. I'd say that points to her not having worn any gloves. Exactly, Ramkin. Greggy Pigray got it right end of the stick. I'm innocent too. Is your head filled with cream too? Sure is. Her head may not be filled with cream, but she's certainly no master of subterfuge. Miss Stone, were Mr. Tinkerell's works the only ones you sampled? No, dear. I couldn't help myself. When I finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over to Chillwing's room for a little taste too. You were in the victim's room too? Yes, dear. Nobody was there in there, you see. Quite possibly because the occupant was already dead. But I could only stomach one little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in my life. I had myself one of the tastiest star-shaped bits off to the side that cleans my palate. And quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Scone? Indeed. What didn't she sample? That's everything, I promise. Greggy Pickles, mannequins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things. As long as what you told us is the truth, that's all that matters in the end. Do not think for a second that this means I myself believe you. I'm gonna investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you've really been after him. Mr. Von Karma, please, let us accompany you. I think it's only fair that we be allowed to investigate the veracity of our conclusions. Accompany me if you'd like, but don't think for a second you're convenient to conduct your own investigation. We'd like to accompany you all the same. December 24, 9 p.m. Frost River. What's the meaning of this? What the fuck? When we got to Frost Room, we saw nada. It was all gone. The whole enchilada. Who the fuck is speaking? Fender? Why the fuck do you speak like that? Was this the work of the culprit? Dead body hidden in a chocolate chest. A murder weapon moved mysteriously to another room. This case was a real peach, and it was going to take some serious sleuthing to get to the bottom of it all. To be continued. Do I feel like playing? Not really. Alright, I'm done.